Searching for Bigfoot Incorporated, which is headquartered in Menlo Park, California. Tom has been searching for Bigfoot since 1971, and over the past several years, he has been crisscrossing America and Canada searching for Bigfoot. And now, I'm going to introduce Tom Biscardi to present the evidence of this spectacular creature that may very well be the creature commonly known as Bigfoot. Here he is, the real Bigfoot hunter, Tom Biscardi.
Welcome, and thank each and every one of you people for being here today. It's an honor to have you all. This whole story evolved a little over 2 weeks ago. These gentlemen were on a national radio show, SquatchDetective.com, radio show on the internet. And the commentator, after hearing their story, asked them if they could send somebody down to verify what they had. At that point in time, they responded, well, we want somebody who actually hunts for Bigfoot. We want Tom Biscardi. And he said, well, I'll see what I can do. The next day, Steve called me. He says, Tom, I don't know what kind of validity is behind this. He says, but they were probably like you were 30 years ago. At that point in time, he exchanged their contact names and numbers, and I called the guys. And there, he was right. They were cocky. You'll get a chance to meet them. And I think rightfully so. I says, okay, we'll talk further, but I want you on my radio show, which is out every Wednesday on BigfootLiveRadioshow.com every Wednesday night, Pacific time, 7 o'clock. They agreed to come on. Now, you understand, they've been sought after in droves from people to talk to them, but they don't want to talk to any of them. But I felt quite honored. On my show, I asked them the question, do you really have the body? And they said, yes. I says, who will you invite to come down and verify what you got? And they said, you. I said, I'll be there the next day. Lo and behold, I'm on a plane to Atlanta, Georgia the next morning. Now, as I'm on the plane, you got 5 hours to think, guys. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, I must be the nut here involved. What happens if I get there and there's nobody there? What happens if I call this number and nobody answers? And to boot, the plane was an hour and a half late with a storm going on. Well, I arrive, and lo and behold, both of these gentlemen were there. Chalk up 2 points for them right away. They kept their... Not only that, at the same point in time, they made sure that I was in a comfortable and safe hotel. They made sure that I had something to eat. And we discussed for about an hour and a half what they had gone through. We agreed to meet the next day at 11 o'clock in the lobby. These guys, I got to tell you, they're not early risers. Well, about 45 minutes after 11, they showed up. Without being solicited, they turned over the DNA sample to me. At that point in time, 2 more checkpoints. Okay? I didn't ask them. They said, Tom Biscardi, I want you to take this DNA and get it analyzed. We talked for the next 4 or 5 hours, and they teased me with some pictures. At that point in time, I said, okay, I'm going to fly back to California, and I will get this analyzed. In which we went through results 1 and results 2, which each and every one of you people will get a copy of that here today. Trying to get pictures from these guys is like pulling teeth from a baby, trust me, okay? Because they know what they got. But they've agreed to release the ones that you're seeing now. Somebody did scoop them, and us, by hacking in. But that's the reason why we're here today. I wanted to not come out yet, but like they say to me, Tom, we've got the body. What's the difference? And you know, when you stop and think about it, they're kind of right. They do have the body. So, at that point in time, we talked all week, and that Friday they said, come on down tomorrow, and we'll show you the body. That was a week ago tomorrow. I flew in, they picked me up, and I got to tell you, it was a euphoric experience for me. I was just in shock for about 4 hours for what I had seen. Now, understand, I've been in the Bigfoot game since 1971, off and on, like everybody has heard, and for the last 3.5 years on a full-time basis, 24/7. We have teams across this nation. I'm very fortunate to say at this point in time, the boys have agreed and they've turned the body over to me. Those of you who've seen the Fox newscasts with Megyn Kelly in the mornings, America's Newsroom, the boys and myself invited her out to see the body, to probe it, to touch it, to smell it. And I told her she's welcome to be there with us. Starting Monday, I should have assembled scientists that will do the autopsy to find the origin and death of this creature. And at that point in time, we will make it known, and hopefully we'll get somebody to come in and film it, maybe one of you guys, to show it to the world as it's being done. I want to get to the bottom of it. I'll tell you this, what I seen, what I touched, what I felt, what I prodded was not a mask that was sewn on a bear hide, okay? And what I smelt also, all right? These fellas, when they found this thing, and they're going to tell it, you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. It's a compelling story. They literally stumbled upon this creature. I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to steal from their thunder. But at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to turn this segment over to them. And I want to let each and every one of you people know that they will be available after this conference on a one-to-one basis with each and every one of you. They will make time. And there are going to be pictures that have never been seen before, which we will distribute to you. But at this point in time, I'd like to bring out, I consider him a hero, ladies and gentlemen. He's a man of law enforcement. He took one for the team. He was wounded. He was shot in the hand, okay? Matt Whitten, would you come up here?